Black holes, they're the ultimate cosmic mystery, right? The big bad of so many sci-fi nightmares. But what if I told you that classic scene, the spaceship getting helplessly sucked in, is pretty much just a fantasy?
Yeah.
So let's go on a little mission here and figure out exactly why.
I mean, come on, it's the question we've all asked ourselves watching a movie, right? If you can just point your spaceship at a black hole, slam on the accelerator, what really happens? What's the final, terrifying outcome?
Well, here's the thing, and this might surprise you. Your mission would be an absolute spectacular failure. It turns out that actually falling into a black hole is one of the hardest things you could possibly try to do in the entire universe. So let's break down exactly why this whole mission is pretty much doomed from the get-go.
All right, so here's our mission. Get to a black hole. But, like I said, we're going to see pretty quickly why this quest is, well, it's doomed from the start.
Okay, so challenge number 1, the unthinkable commute. Honestly, the first and most obvious hurdle is just getting there. The distances involved are so huge, it makes the word commute seem totally ridiculous.
So where exactly are we trying to go? Well, our target is going to be the closest known black hole to Earth. It's called Gaia BH1. And believe it or not, it's considered to be right in our galactic backyard. Relatively speaking. But that close is doing a lot of work. We're talking 1,560 light years away. Just to put that into perspective for you, even light, the fastest thing there is, takes more than 1,500 years to get there. One way.
And what about us? In our best, fastest ship? Well, if we hopped on the Parker Solar Probe, our fastest spacecraft ever, and just gunned it for Gaia BH1, that trip would take us 2.7 million years. Let that sink in. That is longer than humans have even existed on this planet.
So right there, challenge 1 is a total showstopper. You, your kids, your great-great-great-great-great-grandkids, 100,000 generations of your family would all die of old age before you even got close. So, mission failure.
Okay, but let's just pretend for a second. Let's say we've got some kind of magic warp drive, and poof, we're there instantly. Now we face challenge 2, a lethal neighborhood. Because even though we've arrived, the real danger is just getting started. We've just entered one of the most violent places in the entire universe.
So the first thing you're going to come across is something called the accretion disk. The best way to think about it is like the black hole's messy leftovers. It's this gigantic spinning donut of superheated gas, dust, and shredded stars, all the stuff that got a little too close but hasn't quite fallen in yet. A perfect example is the one we see around Cygnus X1.
Now, all that stuff spinning around creates an insane amount of friction, and that heats this disk up to millions of degrees. It's so hot, it doesn't just glow like a fire. No, it's blasting out this incredibly intense wave of high-energy X-ray radiation.
And the result for you and your ship wouldn't just melt. That's not even close. You would be instantly vaporized. I'm talking torn apart atom by atom and turned into plasma. All before you even got near the black hole itself. So mission failed. Again.
And this actually brings up a huge myth about black holes. We all have this image of them as giant cosmic vacuum cleaners, right? Just sucking everything in. But that's not really how gravity works. It's better to think of them as these massive, powerful gravitational anchors, just holding stuff in orbit around them.
And what that means is, actually falling in is incredibly hard to do. If your approach, your trajectory, isn't absolutely mathematically perfect, and I mean perfect, one of two things is going to happen. Either the black hole's gravity will grab you like a slingshot and just fling you out into deep space, or you'll get trapped in orbit around it, basically doomed to circle it forever.
But hey, this is a thought experiment, so let's keep going. Let's say you've got the warp drive, your ship is made of something indestructible, and your aim is perfect. You're about to hit challenge 3, the point of no return. You're approaching the event horizon. So, what happens now? Okay, this is where physics just gets completely wild. There's this great way to think about it. Once you're inside the event horizon, space and time swap roles. The future, the forward flow of time, isn't a when anymore, it's a where. And that where is the center. So every direction you could possibly turn only leads to one place, the singularity. And this final, unavoidable journey has a name that is both terrifying and kind of perfect, spaghettification. So here's how it goes down. Once you cross that event horizon, the gravity pulling on your feet becomes trillions of times stronger than the gravity pulling on your head. This incredible difference in force, well, it stretches you,
and stretches you until you are literally pulled apart into a long, thin stream of individual atoms.
And there you have it, the final mission failure. You don't arrive anywhere, you just cease to be. Your individual existence is over. All the matter and energy that was you just gets absorbed by the black hole, making it just a tiny, tiny bit heavier.
So, after all of that, what's the final status of our mission? Well, it's impossible. Let's just run through the mission debrief one last time.
I mean, look at this. This is just how hopeless this whole quest is. The first barrier, distance, you die of old age. The radiation from the accretion disk, you're instantly vaporized. Screw up the trajectory even a little, you're either flung into space or trapped in orbit forever. And if you magically get past all of that, gravity just stretches you into a stream of atoms. There's literally no scenario where you succeed.
So really, at the end of the day, while it's an absolutely fascinating thought experiment, and it makes for great science fiction, the actual reality of trying to fall into a black hole, it's just not going to happen. It's going to stay firmly in the realm of sci-fi.
And that kind of leaves us with one last big question, doesn't it? We can never actually reach them. We can never go there. So, what other absolutely mind-bending secrets are these things hiding from us, forever just out of our grasp?